right, so I've got Brescia Hansen here, head coach of the Lyman Eagles. Now, Brescia Hansen, I did some fact checking, did some research. The best start in school history for Lyman volleyball, 16-0 to start off the season. The surprised look on your face almost tells me that it's something you hadn't. All right, so I've got Brescia Hansen All right, I've got McKinley Brad. Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, you're not missing any varsity action. This is the JV match between the Pinedale Wranglers and the Lyman Eagles. Currently, right now, the score is 13-6. The Lyman Eagles lead in set number 2 after taking set number 1 of this JV match. So they are halfway to closing out this JV match over the Wranglers. Now, while we wait for some varsity action, I was asked by a couple of the parents, including Jason Hansen, the athletic director, the activities director, if I could show some JV match, so I will. But as we wait, I'll start my pregame show. Once again, it is September 13th, 2018, and I am at Pinedale, Wyoming, the high school where the Lyman Eagles will look to take their act on the road for the first time this season. They are 16-0, looking to go 17-0 on the season. Certainly something to watch out for if you're anyone in that Class 3A. The nearest contender is the Mountain View Buffaloes, rivals of the Lyman Eagles, but the Lyman Eagles have won twice already in abbreviated fashions against Mountain View in 2 separate tournaments. They won in 5 sets against Mountain View Buffaloes in Cokeville, the championship of that tournament, and last Saturday they played them in 2 sets and they won both of those, the Lyman Eagles did, in Rawlins before eventually taking the championship of that tournament as well. So the stand's filling up a little bit here. Still got about a half an hour to go before the varsity match will start. It is homecoming for Pinedale, so Pinedale looking to rebound after last week's loss to Mountain View on the road. They head home and will play against Lyman tonight in a raucous crowd where it's homecoming balloons. Students, looks like they've painted their chest, getting ready to get into the action. So certainly not the most welcoming atmosphere for Lyman, but no time like the present to just get yourself into action and face this big crowd. So 14-9, 14-10 now as Lyman conceded that point there in the JV match. Once again, set 2 of JV. Lyman won set 1 of JV, 14-10. Here in set number 2. So while we wait for the varsity action, we are not missing any varsity action, I will play some interviews that I had this week, had the pleasure of giving this week. Let's go first to Brescia Hansen. I spoke with her about this match and the season so far. Some fact checking, did some research. The best start in school history for Lyman volleyball, 16-0 to start off the season. The surprised look on your face almost tells me that it's something you hadn't thought of or played into your mind. So 16-0 in the season. That's just matches that have counted. Once again, Friday's matches did not count as they were not a full best of 3 set. So you could say you've done a little bit better, maybe even something around there. How has this season gone out for you so far? Has it gone like it was scripted? Do you script out that kind of thing in your head or no?
Well, I didn't know that we had the best record start in school history. I didn't know that was a thing, so that's pretty fantastic. No, I didn't script it at all. I think I've said before that I knew we'd have a good season, but gosh, if you would have put some of those big schools that we were going to be up against, I wouldn't have bet we would have won. I would have questioned, could we beat Rawlins as easily as we did? I didn't see that coming. We played Mountain View Saturday morning over at that Rawlins tournament, and you know what? It's just all these games. I didn't see that. I knew we'd be successful, but I couldn't have guessed we would be undefeated at this point.
And obviously with the bounty, I guess you could call it, of seniors on the roster, that's something that you're definitely going to use and build your program off of this. But is this something that also, while you're 16-0, you're kind of on the side, peripheral, trying to get some younger girls involved and trying to say, hey, this is what our program can be if we continue to excel and continue to grow our program?
Absolutely. I mean, having these seniors that are so talented is a double-edged sword. I mean, we're going to have a great season this year, but all of us except 8 will be back next year, and so that's going to be something to consider. But I try to pit my varsity and JV against each other every single day in practice and give those JV kids some really stiff competition, so hopefully they are ready for next year.
Now, in that tournament last weekend, like you mentioned, you did wind up playing Pinedale. It wasn't a full best-of-5 match, but you do play them tonight in this match. Is there anything that you can take from even an abbreviated match when you played them a couple sets and tell your team how to practice, how to play tonight against Pinedale?
Absolutely. We're practice planning against them tonight. We knew a little bit what to expect from last year. They had an exceptional outside hitter who was a freshman last year, who's a sophomore this year. And she beat us a couple times when we played them at Rollins. And we've got to make some defensive adjustments to try to help that out. But that team is just better this year than they were last year. Defensively, they're tougher. They serve tougher. Serve receive, they're tougher. And so by no means do I think tonight's match will be an easy one.
Now, it is, believe it or not, some fans might not believe this, it is your first regular season match with just one match, not a duel, not a tournament, nothing. So is that something that you've had to maybe talk over to your team? I know you have an experienced group of seniors, but this is going to be your first bus road trip where it's just one match and you have to get off the bus and just be ready to play.
Yeah, one of my managers is from out of state. She's new to the school this year, and she asked me, is this how it always is? Will we just play tournaments? And I said, no, we have regular season matches. So, yeah, but it's different. I mean, a best 2 out of 3 is abbreviated. You might catch a team off their game a little bit, and in a 5-game match, you've got to push through. And so, yeah, that's something my kids have clearly done before, but not this season. So it will be interesting to see how we can handle that prolonged match.
Well, once again, one of 2 undefeated teams in the state, 4A Cody and 3A Lyman Eagles, undefeated on the season. Cody's only played 13 matches that have counted, so you guys have the advantage on that. Wish we could get a matchup between the 4A Cody and the 3A Lyman. Maybe down the road it will happen, but as of right now, Lyman is the team to beat in the 3A conference. Thank you, Bricia Hansen, for joining us. Catch all the action on mylocalradio.com. Once again, thank you for joining us pre-game of this homecoming match between the Pinedale Wranglers and the Lyman Eagles. Lyman Eagles took both the freshman and JV matches in this contest, so while we wait for this varsity action to start, this 16-0 Lyman Eagles, I spoke with star player of the Lyman Eagles, McKinley Bradshaw, earlier this week. Let's hear what she had to say about this upcoming match and her season so far. Now, McKinley, you played Pinedale. Let's get right into it. You played Pinedale on Saturday in a abbreviated fashion, only a couple sets in a tournament-style action on Saturday. Is there anything that you can use from that match that you saw or maybe played against them that you'll use tonight against Pinedale?
Just that we're going to probably bring more energy, I hope. And when we do that, we usually play really well. We play together as a team when we bring that energy, so I just hope that we can bring that energy and pull through with 3 sets.
Talking about playing really well, you guys are 16-0 on the season, the best start in Lyman Eagle volleyball history. Is that something that you guys pride yourselves upon in going out there every day, knowing that you might be circled on a lot of team schedules, especially now after a 16-0 start, and saying, hey, we're still going to beat you even though you're going to give us your best shot?
I don't know. I really don't think about those kind of things. I just think we have one game at a time. We got to win this one and move on to the next one. The record doesn't really, I'm not one of those people that go and search up, oh, we have this record, oh, that team has that record. So I don't know about my other teammates, but it really doesn't affect me.
Well, you guys, like I said, you played Pinedale on Saturday and you won in an abbreviated fashion. So it's something that it's definitely different this time around because this will be your first regular season match where you get on a bus and you go and play one match and you're going home. You guys have played in 3 different tournaments on 3 weekends, early starts, some late starts on that one. Is there anything you do differently on a weekday during school hours to kind of prep yourself to play a game at night?
Definitely just make sure I'm getting my rest and eating healthy and giving my body the energy that it needs, and preparing for each of those games I think is important for me.
Well, you're 16-0, like I said. You're one of 2 teams in this entire state of Wyoming. Cody is the other undefeated team. Now, they're 4A, so you guys won't get a chance to play them this year. But is that something where you've beaten Mountain View twice? I know that you are their rivals. They're your rivals, however you want to play that. You play them next week. Is that something where you're trying to go for a 3-0 sweep on them and just kind of get that bragging rights on the season? Or is it just another match for you guys?
It's a rivalry, so of course we want to go 3 sets, but as long as we walk away with that win, I don't think it really matters.
All right, thank you once again, McKinley Bradshaw. Catch all the action on mylocalradio.com. Welcome back. Thank you again. Sorry for some audio troubles we've been having. Because of that, I will play the McKinley Bradshaw interview once again. I believe our problems should be just about getting fixed. Once again, I'm by myself, so bear with me for any problems we've been having this season. I kind of do not know. I'm not technologically based, so I don't really know what I'm doing. They kind of left me out by myself. So I'm going to play this McKinley Bradshaw interview once again. Sorry if it did not come out through the first time, but it should come out this time around. So let's see what it goes now. All right, I've got McKinley Bradshaw here, star player, I guess you could call it, of the Lyman Eagles. Now, McKinley, you played Pinedale. Let's get right into it. You played Pinedale on Saturday in a abbreviated fashion, only a couple sets in a tournament-style action on Saturday. Is there anything that you can use from that match that you saw or maybe played against them that you'll use tonight against Pinedale?
Just that we're going to probably bring more energy, I hope. And when we do that, we usually play really well. We play together as a team when we bring that energy, so I just hope that we can bring that energy and pull through with 3 sets.
Talking about playing really well, you guys are 16-0 on the season, the best start in Lyman Eagle volleyball history. Is that something that you guys pride yourselves upon in going out there every day, knowing that you might be circled on a lot of team schedules, especially now after a 16-0 start, and saying, hey, we're still going to beat you even though you're going to give us your best shot?
I don't know. Like, I really don't think about those kind of things. I just think we have one game at a time. We got to win this one and move on to the next one. The record doesn't really, I'm not one of those people that go and search up, oh, we have this record, oh, that team has that record. So I don't know about my other teammates, but it really doesn't affect me.
Well, you guys, like I said, you played Pinedale on Saturday and you won in an abbreviated fashion. So it's something that it's definitely different this time around because this will be your first regular season match where you get on a bus and you go and play one match and you're going home. You guys have played in 3 different tournaments on 3 weekends, early starts, some late starts on that one. Is there anything you do differently on a weekday during school hours to kind of prep yourself to play a game at night?
Definitely, like, just make sure I'm getting my rest and eating healthy and giving my body the energy that it needs and preparing for each of those games, I think, is important for me.
Well, you're 16-0, like I said. You're one of 2 teams in this entire state of Wyoming. Cody is the other undefeated team. Now, they're 4A, so you guys won't get a chance to play them this year. But is that something where you've beaten Mountain View twice? I know that you are their rivals. They're your rivals, however you want to play that. You play them next week. Is that something where you're trying to go for a 3-0 sweep on them and just kind of get that bragging rights on the season? Or is it just another match for you guys?
It's a rivalry, so of course we want to go 3 sets, but as long as we walk away with that win, I don't think it really matters.
All right, thank you once again, McKinley Bradshaw. Catch all the action on mylocalradio.com. Once again, thank you for joining us this lovely evening. Thursday night volleyball. Wouldn't have it any other way. The 16-0 Lyman Eagles taking on the Pinedale Wranglers. This gym is popping. There are students lined up and down the court, some with their chest painted in Wranglers text. A lot of people in here, a lot of younger kids, as it is homecoming for Pinedale. So the first road match of the season for the Lyman Eagles will not be an easy one. This Pinedale crowd is already popping. And let's talk with Brescia Hansen. I spoke with her earlier this week. Let's see what she had to say on this upcoming match and the season so far. Your head coach of the Lyman Eagles. Now, Brescia Hansen, I did some fact checking, did some research. The best start in school history for Lyman volleyball, 16-0 to start off the season. The surprise look on your face almost tells me that it's something you hadn't thought of or played into your mind. So 16-0 in the season. That's just matches that have counted. Once again, Friday's matches did not count as they were not a full best of 3 set. So you could say you've done a little bit better, maybe even something around there. How has this season gone out for you so far? Has it gone like it was scripted? Do you script out that kind of thing in your head or no?
Well, I didn't know that we had the best record start in school history. I didn't know that was a thing, so that's pretty fantastic. No, I didn't script it at all. I think I've said before that I knew we'd have a good season, but gosh, if you would have put some of those big schools that we were going to be up against, I wouldn't have bet we would have won. I would have questioned, could we beat Rollins as easily as we did? I didn't see that coming. We played Mountain View Saturday morning over at that Rollins tournament, and you know what? It's just all these games. I didn't see that. I knew we'd be successful, but I couldn't have guessed we would be undefeated at this point.
And obviously with the bounty, I guess you could call it, of seniors on the roster, that's something that you're definitely going to use and build your program off of this. But is this something that also, while you're 16-0, you're kind of on the side, peripheral, trying to get some younger girls involved and trying to say, hey, this is what our program can be if we continue to excel and continue to grow our program?
Absolutely. I mean, having these seniors that are so talented is a double-edged sword. I mean, we're going to have a great season this year, but all of us except 8 will be back next year, and so that's going to be something to consider. But I try to pit my varsity and JV against each other every single day in practice and give those JV kids some really stiff competition, so hopefully they are ready for next year.
Now, in that tournament last weekend, like you mentioned, you did wind up playing Pinedale. It wasn't a full best-of-5 match, but you do play them tonight in this match. Is there anything that you can take from even an abbreviated match when you played them a couple sets and tell your team how to practice, how to play tonight against Pinedale?
Absolutely. We're practice planning against them tonight. We knew a little bit what to expect from last year. They had an exceptional outside hitter who was a freshman last year, who's a sophomore this year. And she beat us a couple times when we played them at Rollins. And we've got to make some defensive adjustments to try to help that out. But that team is just better this year than they were last year. Defensively, they're tougher. They serve tougher. Serve-receive, they're tougher. And so by no means do I think tonight's match will be an easy one.
Now, it is, believe it or not, because some fans might not believe this, it is your first regular season match with just one match, not a duel, not a tournament, nothing. So is that something that you've had to maybe talk over to your team? I know you have an experienced group of seniors, but this is going to be your first bus road trip where it's just one match and you have to get off the bus and just be ready to play.
Yeah, one of my managers is from out of state. She's new to the school this year, and she asked me, is this how it always is? Will we just play tournaments? And I said, no, we have regular season matches. So, yeah, but it's different. I mean, a best 2 out of 3 is abbreviated. You might catch a team off their game a little bit, and in a 5-game match, you've got to push through. And so, yeah, that's something my kids have clearly done before, but not this season. So it will be interesting to see how we can handle that prolonged match.
Well, once again, one of 2 undefeated teams in the state, 4A Cody and 3A Lyman Eagles, undefeated on the season. Cody's only played 13 matches that have counted, so you guys have the advantage on that. Wish we could get a matchup between the 4A Cody and the 3A Lyman. Maybe down the road it will happen, but as of right now, Lyman is the team to beat in the 3A conference. Thank you, Bricia Hansen, for joining us. Catch all the action on mylocalradio.com. Thank you for joining us once again, just getting everything set up here in Pinedale. We are about 5 minutes away from the start of this homecoming match for the Pinedale Wranglers and your Lyman Eagles. The Lyman Eagles 16-0 on the season, just something I cannot mention enough. Just one of the best teams, not only in Wyoming volleyball, but in all of volleyball at the high school level that I have ever seen. That is not blowing up smoke up you guys, you know what. That is a true fact. I've seen a lot of volleyball just from being around the game. I played in high school, and at the high school level, the girls' high school level, this is some of the best volleyball that I have ever seen, whether that be from Oklahoma, New Jersey, where my parents are both coaches and I played in high school, or Wyoming volleyball. This is certainly a team that has been fun, electric, exciting. All of the adjectives that describe this team are something that Bricia Hansen really has preached upon this season. As Bricia Hansen standing with her back towards us right on the net, in case you needed to know what she looked like. But this team just getting ready, getting warmed up here. Pinedale, the crowd getting warmed up. A lot of kids dancing in the crowd. It's homecoming. There are a lot of students lined up right on the court, ready to get right in those Lyman players' faces and try to throw them off their game. Not sure if seniors, with 8 seniors on the roster, that will work. Certainly an experienced bunch. But as I mentioned in the interview with McKinley Bradshaw and the interview I mentioned with Coach Breeshy Hansen, this will be their first road match of the year. They've played in 3 tournaments to rack up those 16 wins and no losses. They have not played in a solo match. Every single match they've played so far has been in tournament-style action where they kind of get off the bus. There's a lot of different teams. Not everyone's kind of cheering for one specific team getting in your face. But with this crowd and this atmosphere here in Pinedale tonight, it'll be interesting to see how ready Breeshy Hansen's squad is. Will her team be ready for what is going to come? I'm not sure if they were ready for the crowd that has already come, but with the seniors like McKinley, Bradshaw, Cassidy, Nelson, really all of those seniors, I'm not sure if this is something that they can kind of pull on, and even the younger girls, they can kind of say, hey, listen, we've been through this. We know what this is going to be like. And this is, as I talked with Coach Breeshy Hansen, and she mentioned, this is a great experience for her younger girls. They might not play a lot this season, but in practice, they are going up against those 8 seniors. And I spent a healthy amount of time at the practice yesterday for the Lyman Eagles. And man, did they really focus on what they learned from this Pinedale team on Saturday. It was an abbreviated style. They only played them in best of 3. They wound up winning in 2 sets. But they really learned a lot from head coach Breeshy Hansen. She told me they learned a lot about this team. And the headliner of this Pinedale volleyball team is number 2, Jamie Street. Jamie Street, she's a 5'9" sophomore. And if you're thinking, okay, well, she's a sophomore, she'll be a key part, but she won't be the key part of this team, you are sadly mistaken. Jamie Street will be seeing about 70 to 75% of the balls that this Pinedale team sets up. Jamie loves to hit it from the left side, no matter which side of the court she takes it on. It's the left side where she's really dynamic. And when I tell you, I spent some time at that Lyman Eagle practice yesterday, and they were focusing on Jamie Street and focusing on shutting her down. I will tell you, a good probably half an hour of that practice was spent learning the tendencies of Jamie Street. They said they had watched film earlier in the week. They obviously played them on Saturday, so they were already familiar with what to expect. But Jamie Street will take about 70 to 80% of those sets, especially if they get behind. Those teams love to go to their go-to player, which is number 2, Jamie Street. And Jamie Street, she will hit it cross court. She loves to take it up the left sideline and go cross court. She's not trying to go up that left sideline. She's not trying to plant it in the middle. She's trying to go right up on that T line, right behind that T line, right in front of the back line, right on the sideline. And head coach Breeshy Hansen and McKinley Bradshaw and her entire team were focused on that. She even told me, she said, I know this is going to sound weird, guys. I don't want you to block Jamie Street. I do not want you to block her at the net. I want you to let her continue to hit those balls. And she was placing her defenders. Breeshy Hansen was placing her defenders, Olivia Smith, Spring Yeager. She was putting them on the sideline, and she said, if your feet aren't out of bounds, you're not in position against this Jamie Street. She said she is so dynamic that it's really something to admire and something to watch out for. So as the crowd gets ready here, we're about to get the homecoming action started here for Pinedale, as I believe there'll be a homecoming type of ceremony before the match, and we're going to do the national anthem. So return with us after a commercial break for this action on mylocalradio.com.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Another lovely rendition of our nation's song, the national anthem, from the choir group here at Pinedale. So the Pinedale Wranglers certainly ready to start their action as they crown their homecoming king and queen, the royalty. So some students are certainly pumped up to learn and find out about that. As we have the starting lineups being introduced here for this team, for the Lyman Eagles team. As we say the starters, I will bring them to you as well. So we have Cassidy Nelson, no surprise there. Kylie Walker will be the setter tonight. Obviously, she is a starter, a fourth-year starter for that team. Certainly somebody to look at. Spring Yeager, senior, she will start. And, of course, number 15, Olivia Smith, also a senior, will be starting. And rounding up this starting six is who else but McKinley Bradshaw. She is a four-year starter. Some consider her to be the best player in the entire state of Wyoming, regardless of classification, and she certainly plays like it. Starting lineups for the Pinedale Wranglers, I'll just go over them as they say them. Jamie Street is a starter. Once again, I had a whole talk about her with Coach Brescia Hansen. Tegan Johnson will start for this team. Madison Friend, the senior, will also start. Kylie Hansen, a sophomore, another sophomore for this team, will also start. Maggie Mahanovic. She's a junior, and she will start. And rounding up the starting six is Nora Lagursky, the junior, 5'8". And actually, one more, sorry about that. The libero for tonight's action for the Pinedale Wranglers is number 31. I actually do not have a number 31 on my roster sheet from Pinedale, so I'll try to figure out who that is. Could it be Riley Darwin? I'm not sure. I will ask a parent right by to try to figure that out. Give me 1 second on mylocalradio.com. And once again, I'm right. Not saying I'm right all the time, but that is Riley Darwin. So they changed up her number on the team tonight. So Riley Darwin wearing number 31 for Pinedale. So if you're a Pinedale fan and you maybe don't recognize the number 31, that is Riley Darwin. She will be the libero for the Wranglers tonight. So as I say that, she will check into the match for the first time, standing off to the side as liberos will. Also checking in for Pinedale is Anna Harbor, the junior, 5'4". She will go right to that back line. And taking the ball to serve first is Tegan Johnson, the senior. Going to start off this homecoming match, the 16-0 Pinedale Lyman Eagles against the Pinedale Wranglers. And we are right off into action. This one's going to be set up on the outside immediately to McKinley Bradshaw. And that's the first point of the match. That will go to the Lyman Eagles. That is a clean kill right down the line. The Benedict's Market and True Value in Mountain View kill, our first of the match. Kinley Bradshaw, she will tally up quite a few of those tonight. So as she does, I will try to give you those stats. Cassidy Nelson looking to finish the point, and that one just falls over the net, and that's a point for Lyman. So Lyman quickly 2 points in a row here, as McKinley Bradshaw will take the serve. So Cassie Nelson, a kill. McKinley Bradshaw, 1 kill. To start off this match, the Eagles lead 2-0. Bradshaw puts it all the way on the back line, and that one is just long there from Pinedale. Tried to push it into that back corner. Bradshaw let it go, and our linesman in the back corner even bent down to get the better angle on it, but it was out of bounds. 3-0, the Eagles lead. That ball taken by Kylie, and it goes off of the arms of the Pinedale defender, not able to keep it alive. Maggie Mahanovic, ball falls to the ground, and quickly the Eagles out to a 4-0 lead. Let's see how Tamara Kira plays this with her team, head coach of the Wranglers. See how long she lets this go, and that's a ace. That is the first Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace of the match. So McKinley Bradshaw just doing it all, helping out the family brand too. McKinley Bradshaw with the Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace, and another one. That's 2 in a row for McKinley Bradshaw, and just like that, Tamara Kira doesn't like how this match starts. It's 6-0, the Eagles lead. When we return on mylocalradio.com, the Pinedale Wranglers trying to get on the board.
mylocalradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
We are live here once again at Pinedale. The score is 6-0. The Eagles lead. McKinley Bradshaw, a couple Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness aces in a row. This one is returned by Pinedale. Looking to attack it off the net. Not successful there from Pinedale. This one sent straight up in the air by Jamie Street. Jamie Street looking to put it away. She goes to the back corner. Can't find it though. And Lyman, a 7-0 lead here to start on homecoming night for the Wranglers. Certainly not how this match was drawn up from head coach Tamara Kira. As this ball is set up, backline attack from Bradshaw, off the blockers and out of play into the bench. That's another kill there. Off the blockers, it is 8-0. The Lyman Eagles. Will they give up a point in this set will be the question to find out here. It is 8-0. This one lofted over the net there by McKinley Bradshaw. Jamie Stride attacks, and it's blocked at the net, but falls on the Lyman side, and that's how the Pinedale Wranglers will get their first point. So if you listen to our pregame show brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com, you would have known Jamie Street, the girl to watch if you're a Pinedale fan, or even if you're a Lyman fan. She gets the first point for Pinedale. This one's going to be set up. Who else but Jamie Street? Bradshaw takes it. Going to be set up, back set, and that's straight up the line. Was it in bounds? Yes, it was. It fell up the sideline, on the sideline, rather, and that's a point for Lyman off of the Olivia Smith kill. And that's another ace, another Bradshaw's glass towing and fitness ace. Just something that the back line of this Pinedale team needs to step up. This back line pushed all the way back into the corner, and that's the second or third serve that we've seen that's barely gone over the net. Just kind of floated in there, and the back line too far back. Not enough under that serve as that one goes into the net. That's an error. It is 10-2. The Wranglers trail here to the Lyman Eagles in set number 1. This one attacked from Street, and she goes straight up the near sideline, right past the diving Olivia Smith, and that is a point for Pinedale. So several points in a row here for Pinedale. It's 10-3 in set number 1. And that one's into the net, so that's going to be a Lyman point. So Lyman will get the possession back here, a side out off of the service error. Twelve to 3 here, Lyman with the lead in set number 1. This one's going to be lofted straight up in the air. Cassidy Nelson taps it over. Street on her knees receives it. Street's going to attack it from off of the net. And this one's going up in the middle. Not able to be put away. This one's kept up in the air, and that's actually going to be a kill. That was number 6, Spring Yeager, with the kill there. Got enough elevation under it. She's able to put it away for the kill. And that one falls on the Lyman side as the crowd erupts, and that's a point for the Pinedale Wranglers. And that one goes on the Pinedale side off of the blockers, and that is a point for Lyman. A fierce put away there. And it is 14-4. Lyman with the lead here in set number 1, about midway through this opening set. And that one's not able to be received by the libero, Riley Dowen. And that's another Bradshaw's glass towing and fitness ace for Lyman. This one off of the hands of Cassidy Nelson. Cassidy Nelson jump serves and into the net. That one goes, and that's a point for the Wranglers. 15-5 here in set number 1. Back to serve is Riley Dowen. Bradshaw leaps and tries to roll it over, and she actually missed that one. They're going to say that one went about a little bit less than a foot long, maybe some inches there between that and the point. So Bradshaw just kind of rolled it over off the leap, the elegant leap, not able to put it away. Speaking of putaways, that one is put away, but not for the Lyman, for Pinedale there, as the elevating Spring Yeager, the senior, not able to finish that point. as it went towards the Pinedale bench and out of bounds. Kylie Walker going to set it outside. McKinley Bradshaw locks, loads, and kills that one right in front of the libero, Riley Dowen. Never had a chance. It is 16-7, the Eagles over the Wranglers. That ball going to be attacked from the back row. Sent over from Lyman. Free ball. Here comes Pinedale. Pinedale not able to keep it over the net, get it over the net. And that's another point for the Lyman Eagles. That was Nora Legursky, the junior, not able to get enough elevation. And she sent that one into the net. Down receives the serve. That's Tegan Johnson. McKinley Bradshaw off the blockers and straight up. That one went skyward off of those blockers' hands and landed out of bounds in front of head coach Brescia Hansen. So 18-7, the Eagles lead here in set number 1. Kylie Walker going to back set this one, and that one rolls over the net, and better to be lucky than good sometimes, as that one just rolled over the net, and that's a point for Lyman. So in this first set, brought to you by Achieve Sports Medicine, Randy Christofferson, no excuses, just results. This first set going all Lyman's way. This home crowd of Pinedale maybe not having it so far. 19-7, the Eagles over the Wranglers. We're going to stay right here. We're not going to take this time out with them. So as we talk about this first set, it's really just been the action from Lyman just ready to go right off the bus here. 19-7. The score in set number 1, and it's happened based on 4 aces. They have 4 aces, not in the match, just in this first set so far. That is something that you can't win a point if you're the Pinedale Wranglers. You can't win a point if you're anybody if you're not getting the ball over on that first hit. So the fact that Pinedale is struggling to get the ball off of a serve and keep it alive, that's something that has to be concerning for head coach Tamara Kira, and her team needs to continue and kind of change the momentum of this match if her team has a chance. It's going to be sent wide. Attempted to be put away there by Nora Legursky unsuccessfully. That one goes into the net. Not off of the blockers, but into the net. So when it was touched again, that would have been the 4th hit. 20-7, the Eagles lead here in set number 1. 5 points away from victory in set number 1. And that one's up the sideline from Tegan Johnson and out of bounds. Another point as the senior, one of 2 seniors on this Pinedale roster, not able to finish the point there. 21-7. Back to serve is Spring Yeager, and she sends this one long out of play. Another service error in this first set, brought to you by Chief Sports Medicine. Randy Christofferson, no excuses, just results. Kylie Walker going to jump and back set it. And somebody touched the net. They're going to say it was a Pinedale player, actually. A Pinedale player went into the net, and that is another Lyman point. I believe they called number 15, Maggie Mahanovich, on that foul. 22-8 here. Lyman leads in set number 1. And that one is set long out of play, and that is going to be a Lyman point. 23-8 in set number 1. 2 points away from victory here in set number 1, rather convincingly, as they have done all season. And there's another ace. This one off of the hands of Kylie Walker, looking to close it out here on set point. 24-8. Walker able to be received on this serve. Back row attack from Jamie Street, unsuccessful. Street almost falls on her back to get that one, is able to keep it alive, and Tegan Johnson says, I'll finish this point right away. And that's a kill for Pinedale. So 24-9. Pinedale going to need you hate to say miracle, but they're going to need one right here. 24-9 here in set number 1. A convincing first set for the 16-0 Lyman Eagles. Kylie Walker bumps this one over. Jamie Street charging the net, just pushes it over. McKinley Bradshaw, and that's how the first set will end. She uses the blockers to her advantage, powers that one through the double block, and lands on the Pinedale side. That's a point for Lyman, 25-9. Lyman, a convincing win in set number 1. We have best of 5 action when we return on mylocalradio.com. Please join us.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
We are back. We are live here at Pinedale High School in Wyoming, Pinedale, Wyoming, where the Wranglers fell in set number 1 to the undefeated and probable best team in the state. I don't know if I'm going out on a limb saying that. 16-0 Lyman Eagles took set number 1, 25-9. And the second set starts a lot like the first one did. That's an ace from Kylie Walker. Another Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace, the 5th of the match so far. Actually the 6th Bradshaw's ace of this match. He had 5 in set number 1 and immediately have 1 in set number 2. And that one, a diving player from Pinedale. That was actually Maggie Mahanovic trying to dive into the umpire's chair, the umpire position on the up official to save the ball. Unfortunately, she was not able to get it, and that's another point for Lyman. So 2-0 here in set number 2 after taking set number 1. The Eagles on their way to what they hope to be another victory. And Maggie Mahanovic, ball went over her head. She had to back up, and she unfortunately went into the net when she backed up, trying to set the ball to her teammates. And that's another Lyman point. So just another error from this Wranglers team early in this match. And Tegan Johnson overruns it. She thought that someone was behind her, ready to attack it. She looked like she was going to take it, and then Tegan Johnson backed off at the last moment, overran it on purpose, and the ball fell. 4-0, the Eagles lead. You know that this team is in an experienced team for Pinedale, but you would hope if you're the coach that you wouldn't have this many errors in one match, especially early on, as that's another skillful move there by McKinley Bradshaw. She just bumps it over the top blockers and right in front of that back line. It falls. 5-0 Lyman. So back to what I was saying previous as another ace. That's another ace from Kylie Walker. An inexperienced team, a lot of young players on this team, a lot of youth for the Pinedale Wranglers, but I'm sure if you talk to head coach Tamara Kira later tonight, tomorrow, anytime, she knows that her team is better than what they're showing right now. They're just making way too many errors, and against an experienced, great team like this Lyman Eagles team, you can't make those mistakes and expect to win. No mistaking that one, as that is a clean kill for the first time in this match. McKaylee Bradshaw puts her name on the stat sheet. Had not seen her in set number 1, but in set number 2 she comes out firing. And it is 7-1 now as Kylie Walker, after a span of 7 points in a row, sails one into the net. So the Wranglers on the board for the first time. 7-1 here in set number 2. Tegan Johnson jump serves. Set up on the outside. McKinley Bradshaw able to just get it over the net. Was it in? Let's see what the call is. Yes, they're going to say the home went in. So McKinley Bradshaw hit it off of the net, it looked like, maybe off the blocker's hands, and it fell onto the Pinedale side for another point. And just like that, Pinedale now trails 9-1. Another ace from McKinley Bradshaw. Her 5th of the match. She's got 5 of the 9 aces for this Lyman Eagle team. Our aces sponsored by Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. So McKinley Bradshaw may be getting a thank you from her uncles and family members, as she is certainly helping out the brand here and the advertisers by getting their name read many a time. 10-1. Once again, that was the score in set number 1 after 11 points. And here in set number 2, some deja vu for Lyman. As that one's off the block, Jamie Street. And that's all just scouting right there. They knew Jamie Street was trying to come cross court to the near side. They had 2 blockers lined up. She had that near sideline on her, but the 2 blockers shifted more towards the middle of the court, knew where she was going. They got the double block, and it went out of play on the Wrangler side. So it's 11-1. Join us after this commercial break. Lyman Eagles rolling in set number 2.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Once again, a raucous crowd here in Pinedale, Wyoming, but it is not helping the Wranglers any, as this young and inexperienced bunch is just committing a lot of errors right now. Not an error there, though, as Jamie Straight claps her hands and pumps her fist after that kill. Off the net, rolled over onto the Lyman side and fell. So that's the 2nd point of this 2nd set for Pinedale. 11-2. And make it 12. That's McKaylee Bradshaw, her 2nd kill of this 2nd set after not getting in set number 1. Looking to leave her mark on this 2nd set is McKaylee Bradshaw, cousin of McKinley. Both seniors on this team. And McKinley, or actually Cassidy Nelson, sorry about that, was blocked by the chair. Thought it was McKinley, but no, that was Cassidy Nelson. Rises and plants that one into the back line on the court. Check the court for an indent right there. She slammed that one home. 13-2. Jamie Straight able to be picked up by Kylie Walker. Cassidy Nelson gonna roll this one to the back corner. Pushed all the way into the back corner. Nice play by McKinley Bradshaw to keep it alive. Back line from Lyman really pushed up here. Let's see if Pinedale can take that to their advantage. Kept alive by Pinedale here. Free ball. Jamie Straight tries to go to that back corner unsuccessfully as McKinley Bradshaw backs up and lets it go over her head out of bounds. 14-2. You could kind of see in that set, Lyman really had pushed up, but when it counted, they kind of pushed back, and McKinley Bradshaw was right where she needed to be to know that ball was out of bounds, and she let it go. Tapped over there by Maggie Mahanovich, and that's a point for Pinedale. That's one of those errors that obviously Brescia Hansen doesn't like, but she'll take it once or twice in every set. Ball just goes over off of the setter onto the other side, and it's an easy put away for those blockers who jump up. Once they see the ball on their side, they know they can attack it. Kept alive there, Spring Yeager sends it over on the second attempt. And once again, Jamie Streit, the sophomore, as the student section getting into it, they cheer. And that one off of the serve, a diving Tegan Johnson, not able to get to it in time. It is 16-3 here in set number 2. And Tamara Kira looks as puzzled as any opponent, as any opposing coach has been from what I've seen this season. She just cannot figure out what to do to stop this Lyman offense. In the middle, attacked and sat long. That was number 10, Kylie Hansen. Sends it clear out of bounds and out through the court. And that's a point for Lyman. 17-3 here in set number 18-3, excuse me, and not updated the score. 18-3 in set number 2 after taking set number 1, 25-9. Lyman only improving in this match as they have only allowed 3 points here late in the second set. And that's point number 4 as Jamie Streit. I believe she's gotten 3 of the 4 points in this set. She's trying to cheer up her team, the sophomore, trying to get herself and her team back into this match. They trail 2-0. Kept alive there by Lyman. This one's going to be attacked from the outside. Not able to be put away. McKinley Bradshaw nearly runs into her teammate. Keeps it alive off the hands of Streit. Ball still alive. What a rally. Cassidy Nelson says, yeah, I'll finish that rally. Write my name down in the scoreboard, in the scorebook for another Benedict's Market and True Value in Mountain View kill. That falls on the Lyman side, and that's another point for Pinedale. So their 5th point of set number 2. They trail 19-5, however, in set number 2. Able to be received on the serve by Lyman. McKinley Bradshaw Streit on her knees, diving, saves it. What a play there. And Kylie Walker dumps it. But it's pancake there. Maggie Mahanovic keeps it alive on a pancake. Kylie Nelson taps it over again. Or Kylie Walker, sorry about that. And that one is long out of play. An audible groan from the student section there as that one just missed. It is 20-5 here in set number 2. The Eagles over the Wranglers. Pinedale fans wanting a net violation there on Lyman. Not gonna get it. And this one's going to be a carry on Pinedale. So that's another point for Lyman, and they are 2 points away from set 2 victory and going up 2-0 here in this match. 22-5, excuse me. And that's another point for Lyman. So that, yes, now they are 2 points away from victory in set number 2, 23-5. They won set number 1. The Eagles did 25-9. So not necessarily close in this match so far, but Pinedale trying to fight their way back into this one. Service error there from Lyman sends that one out of bounds. It's 23-6 now. Eagles 2 points away from set number 2, excuse me. This one received on the back line, going to be attacked from the back from Jamie Streit. not able to put it away. McKinley Bradshaw says, yeah, I'll do you one better. But she actually sent this one long, rather. I thought that one hit the back line, but it did not. That one's out of play, and it's 23-7, so Pinedale a couple points in a row here. Trying to fight their way back into this set. They're going to have to do it now if they want to stay alive in set number 2. That's Olivia Smith jumping up to attack that one. Not going to get it. And they're going to say, yes, they're going to say that one went under the net. A player from Pinedale stepped underneath the net on that ball. That was number 10, Kylie Hansen. The sophomore went under the net trying to push that one over. And it's 24-7, another set point here for Lyman. And a little bit of luck goes Lyman's way as that one, a hard serve, goes off the back line, straight up in the air, hits the rafters, and comes down awkwardly, not able to be taken by the Pinedale Wranglers. And 25-7 is how set number 2 will end. So Lyman Eagles, one set away from victory. Will they close it out in 3, or will Pinedale look to make this a match and get themselves back into it on their homecoming? They need to do it now if they're going to try and win and unseed the perfect Lyman Eagles. Join us on mylocalradio.com when we return.
mylocalradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Thank you for joining us once again. Homecoming night here, not going how Wranglers fans expected or maybe wanted it to go. They trail 2 sets to love, 2 sets to nothing here. 25-9, the Eagles took set number 1, 25-7 in set number 2. So let's see if the Lyman Eagles can improve on their 2-set victory and close this one out in 3. That one off of the blockers, kept alive though. McKinley Bradshaw steps back, turns around, and tries to put it away. On the outside, Jamie Strite, and that's off the hands of Olivia Smith, Olivia Smith, the senior from Lyman. And like I said, in the pregame festivities around here, when I talked to head coach Bracey Hansen, I was at their practice. That is something they worked on. That is something she specifically put Olivia Smith in the right position several times during practice. And she said, I need you in this spot on the court tomorrow if you're going to want to try to stop Jamie Strite and that powerful, powerful arm of hers as a sophomore. This ball taken by Strite, running up to the net, not able to put it away. Tried to underhand tap it over. The set was too hard, too far, and that's another Lyman point. So 2-1, Lyman in set number 3. They lead 2 sets to love. That one off of the net. Did it touch the blockers? And no, it did not. Jamie Strite tried to hit it off the blockers unsuccessfully there. Went into the net, fell on her side of the court. So that's another Eagles point. 3-1 here in set number 3. That ball tapped over there. And Cassidy Nelson not going to tap this one over the net. She's going to swing for the fences, and just like Babe Ruth, she's going to hit it out of the park every time. She slams that one down in the back corner. Cross court, right in between Riley Dowen and Jamie Strite. Speaking of Strite, she's going to attack it from the outside, tap this one over the blockers. Back row attack from McKinley Bradshaw. Strite jumps up, rolls that one over the net. A little bit of luck there. Cassidy Nelson not able to be put away there. That one went off the blockers, kept alive though. Pushed all the way to the back corner. Great play by Lyman. Kylie Walker keeps it alive, sends it onto the Pinedale side. Free ball, they just get rid of it unsuccessfully. That one goes off of Lyman and out of play. The students jumping up and down, trying to get the crowd into this one. The crowd trying to get this team back into this match. They trail 4-2 in set number 3 after falling in sets number 1 and 2. Lyman needs 1 set to win. Pinedale would need to win the next 3 sets in order to win this match. And Cassidy Nelson's going to try and do everything that she possibly can to prevent that from happening. Her 9th kill of the match. Another one, cross court, puts it away. And that's an Eagles 5-2 lead. Off the double block there, that might have been McKaylee Bradshaw. Looks like it was, because Olivia Smith high-fived her, laughing about it. So McKaylee Bradshaw, the block there, falls right in front of the back line. That's another point for Lyman. And Spring Yeager not able to get enough under that one. Goes into the net. A service error lends the point to Pinedale. 6-3 here in set number 3. McKaylee Bradshaw swung for that ball and connected, but unfortunately, both Jamie Strite and Kylie Hansen were there on defense, and they blocked it. 6-4, Lyman with the lead here. Closest this match has been in any set, except for 1-0, obviously. McKaylee Bradshaw comes up to set it up on the outside to Cassidy Nelson, and Cassidy Nelson sends this one wide up the sideline. And that's a point for Pinedale. So Pinedale draws within a point here in set number 3. Talked with head coach Brescia Hansen about this. She said, we can't think a match is over just because we're up 2 sets to 2-0. You always have to fight, and sometimes those last points are the hardest ones to get. 7-5 here, Lyman with the lead as that one fell on the Pinedale side. Jamie Strite loads up. Did it touch the blockers? It did not. It went straight through and out of the court. Well, matrix action there from the back row. And McKinley Bradshaw, she ducked to avoid that one. And that's a point for the Lyman Eagles. 8-5 here, leading in set number 3. Off the blockers, kept alive momentarily, but McKaylee Bradshaw sends that one into the scorer's table and out of play. So 8-6. The Eagles lead the Wranglers. Once again, we thank you for joining in and watching tonight's action. I know there are some Thursday night football games on, or a Thursday night football game on in NFL action, but as I understand, it is not close. Maybe some A.J. Green fantasy owners are certainly rejoicing. They lead 28-7. A.J. Green, 3 touchdowns for the Bengals over the Ravens. Cassidy Nelson says, I'll fly over the net and put that one away. Little play on words there. 9-7, the Eagles leading the Wranglers. That's kill number 11 for Cassidy Nelson. Certainly the MVP of this match so far. And that ball goes into it and falls weakly to the ground. A service error there. That was number 4, Mandy Iyer, Jr., getting some action. So once again, I talked about it. Brescia Hansen certainly talked about it. Trying to get those younger players some action this season. Mandy Iyer getting a chance here. The junior will be a part of this team next season and maybe one of those leaders. That one's blocked at the net. Olivia Smith screams in excitement there. And she got the block, and it landed on the Pinedale side. So she will get credit for a block and a put away. 10-8. The Eagles over the Wranglers on homecoming night for Pinedale. That one's tapped over by Nora Legursky. Kylie Walker tries to roll it, cross the court, cross the net. Did not get enough under it. Fell short onto her side. Brisha Hansen shaking her head at that one. 10-9, the Eagles lead in set number 3. A tight third set after a 25-9, 25-7 first 2 sets. Tegan Johnson able to receive it, and she puts it away right past the diving Mandy Iyer. The junior not able to keep that one alive for Lyman, and it is 10-all here in set number 3. So we've got ourselves some action here in this one. Diving play by McKinley Bradshaw keeps it alive. Jumping attack from off of the net there, kept alive. Nora Legursky. Blocked at the net by Legursky, kept alive. Pinedale teammates come together, eventually get it over. Free ball for Lyman. And McKinley Bradshaw not able to put it away. Once again, Legursky almost runs into her teammate. Tapped over, diving Tegan Johnson, able to keep it alive. Back row attack from Strite, not able to put it away. Up at the net, both players go up. The leaning in, McKinley Bradshaw not able to get enough under it. And that was number 15, Maggie Mahanovich, puts it away for Pinedale. It's one of those where it landed on top of the net. Bradshaw had to come from a long way to get to the net. So Maggie Mahanovich had the advantage of being closer to the ball and was able to put it away. And that's that is another error right there. This one off of the hands of Kylie Hansen, as at the last second it looked like she went to set the ball after getting ready to bump it. The ball fell in between her hands and went off of her chest. Tegan Johnson keeps it alive off the blockers. Tegan Johnson going to swing again. No, she taps this one over. Back set. And McKaylee Bradshaw puts this one away right in front of Jamie Strite, who winds up on her knees, not able to keep it alive. 12-11, a tight third set. The Eagles over the Wranglers. Thank you for joining us on mylocalradio.com. I have all the action for Lyman and Mountain View sports this season. So if you're interested in watching any Mountain View or Lyman sports while they travel on the road, I will be there, and for the home matches when I can, when permitting. 13-11, Eagles over Wranglers. And McKinley Bradshaw, just kind of stabs at that one in the air, puts it around the blockers and in front of that back line. 3 points in a row have given them a 3-point advantage, and Tamara Kira not wanting this set to get away from her team calls a timeout. Join us on mylocalradio.com when we return. Once again, I'm Sean Bennett.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Well, the crowd is certainly into it. I'll give Pinedale that. The team also trying to get into it, led by a star player, sophomore Jamie Strite. She would be a name to watch over the next several years as she tries to hone her skills, as McKinley Bradshaw has. And that one's a put away from the Pinedale Wranglers there, as the JV team behind the Pinedale bench all rise to their feet and try to cheer their varsity players on. It is 14-12 Eagles over Wranglers so far in set number 3. Kylie Walker going to set it up wide. Bradshaw swings, goes all the way up into the rafters, lands on the Lyman side out of play. And that's a kill for Lyman. Another Benedict Market and True Value in Mountain View kill. Kinley Bradshaw will go back to serve. She has 5 aces already, looking to get another one. Not going to get it here. Bradshaw bumps it over to Kylie Walker. And McKaylee Bradshaw puts it away up the sideline right near that back corner. She tucked it in nicely, and it is 16-12. Madison Friend on the bench goes over to Kira and pointing something out that she sees. Let's see if Tamara Kira tries to make any adjustments late in this third set. 16-12, Eagles over Wranglers. Eagles need 9 more points to win the match. Tegan Johnson keeps it alive. Pushed all the way to the back line, and it touches the back line. That's another kill, another put away there from Pinedale. I said it a couple times here. That's just a nice play. That's a nice read from Pinedale there. They've missed on some of those balls, but those are some balls as volleyball coaches and players you'll take even if you hit that one long, because the lineman has pushed up this entire match. There's been some times where it seems like all 6 players on the court have been above that attacking line. So if you see that back of the court open, why not try and put it away? McKaylee Bradshaw, another kill. So she has really come alive after not playing in that set number 1. She has come alive in set number 2 and 3 here. 17-13, and that one goes into the net off of Spring Yeager's serve. 17-14 as some students in cowboy hats jump up and down on the court. 14 points for the Wranglers, 17 for the Lyman Eagles. They lead, needing 8 points for a set and match victory. And that one's put away in the back corner. A pretty easy kill there for McKaylee Bradshaw. She's done a lot of that in that since the second set, where she had, I believe, 4 or 5, and now she has a couple here in set number 3. Jamie striking, attacking from the middle. Kept alive. Walker sends it over to Olivia Smith, and Olivia Smith taps it over the blocker, Madison Friend, the senior, and right in front of that back line, Riley Dowen never had a shot to get it. She did not attempt for it either. Attack from the back row, kept alive. Cassidy Nelson charging the net, keeps it alive. And that one not successful there. Tegan Johnson dove for a ball, came together with her teammate. Her teammate hit it, and she still on her chest, dove again to keep it alive, but could not get any elevation under it. And it's 20-14, the Lyman pulling away here in set number 3. That one taken by Bradshaw. Vicious swing there, and that lands on the Pinedale side, so that's another put away there. And Cassidy Nelson laughing about that one. And a timeout here for Tamara Kira. Join us for possibly the last time here tonight. Pinedale 4 points away from losing this match to the 16-0 Lyman Eagles.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
We are back here, maybe for the last time, as the Eagles are 4 points away from winning set number 3 and the match after taking sets number 1 and 2 in this match. And that one falls on the Pinedale side. Another Lyman Eagles point. They are 3 points away from taking this match on homecoming night and spoiling homecoming for the Pinedale Wranglers. 22-14, Eagles lead. This one gonna be back set to Strite. She goes off the blockers, and the double block of Olivia Smith, and looked like Cassidy Nelson there, not enough, as that one was powered through. 22-15 here. Pinedale, after a tight third set, have battled their way through this one. Lyman has pulled out to a 7-point advantage. Cassidy Nelson off of Tegan Johnson, kept alive, and yes, that one's good, they're going to say. Still alive, and it's put away, so could that be a momentum changer in this match? The Pinedale Wranglers hope so, as Madison Friend jumps up and down after a clean kill there. Tegan Johnson took a spike off of the arms from Cassidy Nelson, went into the net, was able to play it again, and kept it alive. And that one, a Tegan Johnson not able to keep it alive. And it falls 23-16 here. Eagles lead. And that one, Mandy Iyer, her first serve of this match. The junior getting some playing time in this match. A service error will give it back to the Wranglers. And the libero, Riley Dowen. Straight up in the air. McKinley Bradshaw sends it over to Walker. Walker gives a free ball to Pinedale. Mandy Iyer bumps it. Kylie Walker going to set it up to McKinley Bradshaw. Strite takes it. She's going to be set from the back line. She jumps, attacks it. Kylie Walker, can McKinley Bradshaw put her away? And she does, off of the arms of number 15, Maggie Mahanovich. The junior wound up on her butt, but there's no chance that she had to get that one. And we have a set and match point for the Lyman Eagles, looking to advance to 17-0 on the season, the best start in school history. Serve taken, sent over from Pinedale, kept alive, dumped over. Tegan Johnson sends it long out of play, and that's how the match will end. 25-7, or 25-9, 25-7, 25-17. In order, the Eagles take this match in 3 sets, advance to 17-0. They will play tomorrow night at home. If you're interested in watching that match against Big Piney, please go to that one. I will be at Lovell, where the I will be at Lovell, where the Mountain View Buffaloes football team will play at Lovell on the road in a big 2A, Class 2A football game. Join us for that one on mylocalradio.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please call our radio station in Evanston, Wyoming. We will get you set up today for Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Thank you for joining us. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Join us next time, tomorrow, at Lovell, where the Panthers and the Mountain View Buffaloes will play, looking to get back on track and get a winning record.